Good evening and welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Nadun Sirivardhana. Let's have a look at the headlines. Foreign Minister Ali Sabri meets with top members of the Romanian government. Palm Oil Association urges government to consider real facts in lifting the palm oil ban. News in detail. Foreign Minister Ali Sabri concluded a successful official visit to Romania at the invitation of the Romanian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Luminița Obedescu, recently. The bilateral talks aim to further enhance the partnership, especially in the context of Romania as a member of the European Union. During the discussions, Minister Sabri outlined Sri Lanka's recent developments, focusing on economic stabilization and growth, as well as the progress made and ongoing reconciliation endeavors. Minister Obedescu highlighted the development drive in Romania and the potential for mutually reinforcing engagement with third countries. Both parties identified several areas for bilateral cooperation, including ports, shipping and logistics, cybersecurity, education, ICT, technical assistance for strengthening anti-corruption initiatives, and capacity building in disaster risk reduction and civil protection. A special focus was given to streamlining and regulating foreign employment opportunities for Sri Lankans in Romania. The discussions included avenues for establishing a government-to-government mechanism for sending semi-skilled and skilled employees to Romania. During his official visit to Romania, Foreign Minister Ali Sabri also paid a courtesy call on Romanian Prime Minister Ion Marshal Ciolacu at the Victorian Palace in Bucharest. During the call, Minister Sabri briefed the Prime Minister Ciolacu on the current economic situation in Sri Lanka, highlighting efforts towards economic recovery and stabilization. The discussion primarily focused on synergies for strengthening economic cooperation. The Romanian Prime Minister acknowledged the significant contributions of the Sri Lankan workforce in Romania, recognizing their role in various sectors and mutual benefits derived from this cooperation. He noted the potential for further enhancing workforce mobility between the two countries. Foreign Minister Ali Sabri was joined at the discussions by Sri Lanka's ambassador to Romania, senior officials of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Embassy of Sri Lanka in Bucharest. Former Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison said that the only way to stop the massive brain drain that is happening in Sri Lanka is to ensure that working in Sri Lanka is rewarding for those who chose to stay. Morrison said that the only way to achieve such a feat is to stay on the rigorous path of reform that the current government has undertaken. The former Australian Prime Minister said this speaking at the Human Capital Summit held in Colombo recently.
Why will people leave and go somewhere else, as we have been hearing? Because they believe there are better opportunities somewhere else. Because they believe that they can start their businesses and grow them quicker somewhere else. That the skills that they have will be deployed better for themselves somewhere else. And so, if you're to retain your talent here, then there has to be a very good reason to stay here. There has to be a strong belief in the future of the Sri Lankan economy and its community, which will encourage people to remain, to invest, and to take up opportunities, and to go that extra yard. The courageous plan that has been put in place over fiscal repair, on revenue reforms, on debt restructuring, on strengthening institutional financial settings and the independence of your central bank, on prudential controls in your banking system, important reforms to your state-owned enterprises, improved transparency, and everything from procurement and how foreign investment occurs in Sri Lanka, anti-corruption safeguards, the recasting of the social safety net. All of these things, which President Wickremesinghe has been leading, are so vital to Sri Lanka's future that you actually don't even get to talk about a workforce in the future unless you can continue the commitment and determination to address those challenges.
Stay tuned, we will return after this commercial break. Welcome back. Sri Lanka's Palm Oil Industry Association urged the government to make evidence-based decisions regarding the ongoing delay in lifting the ban on palm oil and allow the small-scale cultivations in specified areas. The Palm Oil Industry Association made this call at a special press conference held in Colombo recently. Palm Oil Industry Association President Dr. Rohan Fernando highlighted the substantial socio-economic benefits of palm oil, particularly in alleviating poverty among the smallholder farmers by capitalizing the 40% Asian supply to meet the global demand. He also cited the successful models adopted by Malaysia and Indonesia, which share a combined 15 million hectares of land for palm oil cultivation and effectively reap the benefits of the plantation. The ban on palm oil imposed in April 2021 aimed to promote the consumption of coconut oil based on the misconception that oil palm plantations have a higher water footprint and impacts the output of other crops nearby. According to the association, the current oil palm cultivation in Sri Lanka occupies a land space of 12,000 hectares. Moreover, Sri Lanka consumes 220,000 metric tons of palm oil, of which only 12% is produced locally.
However, bureaucratic issues has remained, and we in the Palm Oil Industry Association is very confident that people will see the light of day, they will open their eyes, and that this ban will be a thing of the past.
Speaking at the event, Opposition Member of Parliament Dr. Harsha De Silva said that Sri Lanka has not been able to promote exports as much as some of the neighbouring countries because of the major focus has been on import substitution over the years. He said in pure economics what matters is the promotion of exports, since ultimately what matters is the balance of payments.
Import substituted. This is a word that I don't necessarily appreciate, import substitution. My thinking is export promotion. You know, some countries will have to import something, some countries will have to export some things. And it is all dependent on each country's comparative advantage. Sri Lanka exported $3.5 billion. Vietnam exported $3.5 billion. Bangladesh exported $3.5 billion. And that is when the apparel story was beginning, after the 200 garment factories had started, not finished. Last year we exported something like $12 billion, I mean in goods. Bangladesh exported something like $80 billion of goods, and Vietnam exported something like $385 billion. What happened to us, right? A lot of what happened to us is contained in those two words, import substitution. People sometimes believe that if you don't spend in imports, that it is a saving that we can use. Fine, but you are trying to save for 20 million people. The market out there is in the billions. If you look at just pure economics, you know, what you need to focus on is export promotion rather than import substitution.
Ceylon, in collaboration with the Intersect MBO, has launched the first Intersect Community Hub in the region, right here in Sri Lanka. This event, held at the Royal Colombo Golf Club, brought together blockchain enthusiasts, developers, diplomats and industry leaders. The gathering was dedicated to promoting innovation, collaboration and governance within the Cardano ecosystem. Ceylon was instrumental in launching the nation's first Cardano stake pool, establishing the first blockchain forum and creating Sri Lanka's inaugural multi-purpose Cardano Yakka CNFT collection. The newly established Ceylon X Intersect Sri Lanka Hub aims to serve as a comprehensive platform for education, networking and collaboration. The hub will regularly host meetups, workshops, town halls and networking events, engaging the community and enhancing their understanding of blockchain technology. The hub will also promote on-chain governance and contribute to the Cardano constitution by organizing workshops and facilitating community feedback. Hub members will benefit from participating in decision-making processes that influence Cardano's strategic direction, accessing grants and work packages, and collaborating with a diverse network of professionals dedicated to advancing the ecosystem. Stay tuned for the stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on negative notes today. The all share price index dropped 187.25 points to close at 11,539.83, and the S&P SL20 dropped 72.32 points to close at 3,356.68. The turnover was 0.6 billion rupees and over 35 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all our news for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.